sagas of our Indian heroes, it will light up the fire, that patriot within you. Let us hear it from Krish, Trish and Balti Boy. Bharat hai hum. Bharat hai hum.
Oh, wow! The perpetually quarreling duo performed a good duet today.
It was good not because of the two of us, but because of my trumpet. Balti Boy was just making noises in the background by beating the bucket.
Was not making noises but was raising the tones because the tune of your trumpet was shaking again and again.
Was it? Well, so you tell us, Krish. The music that you liked, was it because of me or because of Balti Boy?
This is the same as asking, due to which revolutionary did we get our independence? Well, both of your contributions were crucial.
Actually, even I believe in teamwork, but this Krish always starts a fight with me.
Okay, Trish. Now that you've raised this issue, then tell us one thing. In the independence won on 15th August, which revolutionary's contribution is most important?
As I had said earlier, the sacrifice of every patriot was equally important. But yes, in the achievements of 15th August 1947, 9th August 1925 played an instrumental role.
9th August 1925? What happened that day?
The Kakori Revolt.
The Kakori Revolt. I have heard the name, but don't know the story. What was the Kakori Revolt?
In a moving train, under the nose of the Britishers, looting of their country's looted wealth was conducted by 10 very brave revolutionaries. Sanskriti, story mode on. On the 9th August 1925, the passenger train from Saharanpur to Lucknow had 10 heroes of the Kakori Revolt with patriotic fervor in their hearts. Pandit Ram Prasad Bismil, Ashfaqullah Khan, Sachindra Bakshi, Keshav Chakravarti, Mukandi Lal, Banwari Lal, Manmath Nath Gupta, Murari Lal Gupta, Rajendra Lahiri, and Chandrasekhar Azad were all sitting among the passengers. Then near Kakori, Rajendra Lahiri was signalled to pull the chain.
Stop there, Trish. Don't narrate the story any further.
Hey, Sanskriti, why did you suddenly stop the story at such an interesting point?
Because I want Trish to tell the story from the beginning, not just show the climax. Won't you, Trish?
Of course, Sanskriti. This story is not just about what happened that night. This story is 5 years long. Of course, Sanskriti. This story is not just about that night. This story is 5 years long. This story began with the Asahyog Andolan, that is the non-cooperation movement. The trigger point for the story was the Chauri Chaura, and the climax of this story was the Kakori Revolt.
Which means today's story is a 3-in-1 story.
Yes, you can say that. The year was 1919. In March, the Britishers implemented the arbitrary Rowlatt Act. And in April, they carried out the cruel Jallianwala Bagh massacre. These 2 wounds had sunk the whole country in agony. In such a situation, in 1920, Gandhiji addressed the whole country with an appeal.
The question is how to boldly face the increasing cruelty of the Britishers. The answer is non-violence and non-cooperation. The Britishers have easily enslaved us as they received our cooperation for it too easily. If we stop being employed by them, if we stop going to their courts and to their schools, then our non-violence can also become a very strong counter-attack on them. And that is why, from today, I am urging every citizen of the country to join the non-cooperation movement.
On Gandhiji's appeal, the whole country cooperated in the Satyagrah and made the non-cooperation movement successful. About 2 lakh students stopped going to the schools of the Britishers. One advantage of this was that 600 new Indian Vidyalayas were opened, which were founded by Indians and where, along with studies, lessons of patriotism were also taught. Lawyers stopped going to the courts. The shopkeepers refused to sell goods to the Britishers, and all this was happening with complete non-violence. As a year passed, the entire country together made the non-cooperation movement a big affair. In such a situation, Gandhiji gave the slogan of boycott foreign goods, accept Swadeshi ones, and burnt a large number of foreign clothes, which the whole country contributed through many sacrifices. The country was changing, and so were the young revolutionaries who had started to believe in the power of Gandhiji's non-violent, non-cooperation movement. This non-cooperation movement made the Britishers' government lose their sleep completely. Without committing any act of violence, it had struck such a blow that the Britishers were shaken to their core.
Sir, the washerman is refusing to wash clothes and the barber is refusing to cut hair.
Despite being poor, my Indian maid refuses to work in my house, sir.
Even if it incurs him big losses, the shopkeeper still does not sell any goods to us.
The main problem is that Indians are doing all of this with absolute non-violence. We are not able to find any excuses to inflict punishments on Indians.
If you can't find an excuse, then create an excuse. Abuse them, provoke them, do anything to make the Indians commit violence. And soon after they commit violence, shoot them.
Understood, sir.
In the 17 months from September 1920 to January 1922, the non-cooperation movement emerged as the largest and the most successful countrywide movement. In this, not only the revolutionaries, but also the common people participated enthusiastically. Then came the morning of 4th February 1922, when in Chauri Chaura, a small town near Gorakhpur in Uttar Pradesh, some protesters were non-violently demonstrating against inflation.
British government!
Down, 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 down!
Cost of grains!
Bring them down, bring them down!
Selling liquor!
Stop it now, stop it now!
The surprising thing here was that the British soldiers who ordered the firing was an Indian, and the soldiers of his platoon were also Indian. But on hearing the order, the Indian soldiers working for the British first fired in the air to disperse the crowd. There was a stampede as soon as the firing took place. In such a situation, a protester started throwing stones at the soldiers. As soon as these protesters turned violent, the soldiers started firing at them.
Fire!
3-4 protesters lost their lives in this firing. Seeing their comrades killed, the protesters became enraged and charged towards the soldiers all at once.
Beat them all! Beat them to death!
Seeing such a crowd coming towards them, the soldiers ran towards the police station in fear and they locked themselves inside.
British soldiers have locked themselves inside the police station. What shall we do? Come on, let's break the door.
No, let's lock the door from outside and burn the entire police station.
Yes, let's do that. These heartless monsters shot our innocent brothers. They must surely be taught a lesson.
In this way, the angry mob set fire to the police station, causing 22 policemen to be burnt to death. This incident at Chauri Chaura was the first violent reply of Indians in the non-cooperation movement against the Britishers. With this incident, Gandhiji's non-violent movement had now become violent.
That is exactly what is to be feared. What happened in Chauri Chaura will now start happening in the whole country. The non-cooperation movement has to be withdrawn.
Withdraw? What are you talking about? After suffering atrocities for so many years, now the youth of the country has finally shown courage. You are going to withdraw the non-cooperation movement.
If the movement is not withdrawn, then many lives will be lost, Subhash.
But if Kashmir has made a mistake, then why should Kanyakumari be punished? If there was a violence in Chauri Chaura, then you can withdraw the movement from Chauri Chaura, or withdraw it from the whole of Gorakhpur, or at most from the whole of Uttar Pradesh. Why withdraw the non-cooperation movement from the entire country?
Jawahar, Subhash, You both are seeing the advantage in the near present and I, the loss in the far future.
What loss?
It's the soldiers who indeed fight the war. But without leaders, the soldiers cannot do anything. As there was no violence so far, the British government had no excuse to kill any of our leaders. But after Chauri Chaura, the Britishers have found an excuse called shoot at sight. If I do not withdraw this movement, then such violence will take place across the country, on the pretext of which the British will kill all our revolutionary leaders.
If we fear, then the Britishers will continue to rule over us for another 100 years, Bapu. If we want freedom, then blood must be shed. Ours, as well as that of Britishers.
Don't lose sanity in the enthusiastic excitement, Subhash. From today, in fact this moment, I declare the end in the whole of India of the non-cooperation movement.
That means the punishment of Chauri Chaura was given to the entire country.
The revolt at Chauri Chaura became the foundation for the Kakori revolt, and Mother India's 10 sons boarded the Saharanpur to Lucknow passenger train to carry out the biggest act of revolt ever done at that time.
Don't put out riddles, Trish. What is the connection between Chauri Chaura revolt and Kakori? Please tell us.
I'll tell you in detail. But not yet, because it's dinner time now. And you know very well that an empty stomach is a hindrance when I have a story to tell.
But our hunger and thirst have already vanished. Well, okay, you go. Come back quickly and finish the rest of the story, okay?
But before you go, say it proudly.
Hey guys! If you enjoyed listening to this story a lot, then you will definitely have more fun watching it.
Watch Krish Trish Balti Boy Bharat Hai Hum every Sunday at 11 a.m. on Doordarshan.
And our streaming partners are Amazon Prime Video and Netflix. Stay tuned.